Welcome back to Lost Legacies.
A Hidden City Book Company production.
I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you've been having a good time. You know, it's been a doozy of we got a doozy of a movie here for you. Before we get into that, Matt, do we have anything to go over?
Well, this weekend I watched He-Man. No, not He-Man. What's it called? Masters of the Universe. Right?
Oh,
Is that
okay.
what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Cowards. They should have called it He-Man.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know absolutely nothing about it. Going in.
Hmm.
Um, I guess we probably saw the Dolph Lundgren one when we were kids because it was like I remember it always being on TV,
Mm.
but I was never like, oh wow, I was never a fan,
Yeah.
and never really watched the cartoons, never played with the toys, so I just kind of went in blind, um, just kind of knowing that it was this popular thing,
Hmm.
and
My
I had a
only
blast.
my only He-Man reference has ever been that like animated meme,
Oh yeah,
where he's singing Four Non Blondes,
yeah,
that
yeah.
like that's my only He-Man reference. I've seen the newer She-Ra show, and
Oh,
I know that
okay,
She-Ra is like supposed to be connected to that universe as well, but
right.
yeah, the
So
newer cartoon was a
I
different
had seen
continuity.
of course, the meme with the four non blondes, but then all the Skeletor stuff. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't actually know anything from the real show itself, you know.
Yeah, same.
So going in, it was fun. I had a blast. It's definitely like in the vein of a Marvel movie where it's like, of course, every line is there's humor all over the place, and but it
Sure.
was just like it felt like an event, It was like, yeah, man.
Hmm.
Um, it was really cool. Visually, it was great. The directors and writers are all animators,
Mm.
so I don't know how this got greenlit. Like, actually, when I was watching it, huge '80s vibes. The whole time, even the score was fantastic. I was like, dude, I dig this.
Hmm.
Um, but the whole time I'm thinking, I was like, man, this is kind of like the D&D sequel we haven't got. Like it's
Oh,
just
okay.
so fun. And I'm like, wow. But
Yeah.
Skeletor was great, and I was like, of course, you just remove Jared Leto and his performance and his vocals, and he's fine. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone was Idris Elba did great. The main dude, he did good. I feel like this is what Shazam is it Shazam, right? The one with
What with
the kid who
Zachary
turned.
Levi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what Shazam wanted to be, you know,
Hmm.
because the main character is very much uh like the kid who never grew up.
Yeah.
So he's very childlike for being this huge muscle of a man. He's very childlike. And I'm like, this would have been a much better fit for Shazam. Like I always thought the kid was more mature than Shazam in those movies.
Yeah,
Um
yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. It was rad. I highly recommend it. I'm trying to think what else. Special effects was great. Oh yeah, I was talking about the people who made it. So they're
Hmm.
all animators, and
Yeah.
they're the ones who did that. What's that movie coming out? Wormwood or something?
Um oh,
I think that's
dang.
what it's called.
I think so, yeah.
But
Yeah.
and that looks fantastic. I'm like, oh my
Hmm.
god, it's the same people.
I
So
think
like,
yeah, that's like the next movie from Leica Studios.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks great. It looks amazing.
Okay,
Uh
Travis Knight, that's the director.
yes. Yeah. Um
Oh, he's the CEO of Leica.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was kind of something that I learned. I think Mickey like told me about it once where it's like technically the Leica movies don't make that much money, but they the studio like sticks around because of the CEO. Like
Mm.
I technically I think like his dad's like pretty famous or something like that, but
Mm.
he just owns the company and it's just like, well, that's fine. On to the next one. Uh,
Oh
and
yeah, his dad's the Phil Knight, co-founder of Nike.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So that's pretty rad. That you can just like have your own studio and it's just like I feel like making a movie about this and I want it to be beautiful.
Yeah, and
So
like
get on it, guys.
the fact that like the person who has that privilege is in it for the art and the creativity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because all of these movies, so like this goes all the way back to he worked on Coraline
Hmm.
and even further back. But then his first oh he didn't direct it, but he did Paranorman, Box Trolls,
Hmm.
Kubo and the Two Strings. The only other live action was Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Dang. So
Yeah.
oh, and the movie coming out is called Wildwood.
Wildwood. Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that's rad. And you know, we had kind of talked about it, like animators doing live action, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I think I just read your Substack about directors who should get Avengers movies, and Brad Bird was on there. I was like, yeah, I was like, dude, give one to Travis Knight. Like, let's get an
Right?
Avengers movie. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just that thing where it's like animators have like a different eye,
mhm.
for that excitement. I guess it's because like every shot is going to have to be made, whether you're hand drawing it, whether you're rendering it in computer,
Right.
whether you're, using stop motion animatronics, like whatever, like every shot is going to have to be rendered in a way that is like everything becomes intentional then.
Hmm.
So it kind of removes the whole like, oh yeah, we'll figure it out on the day, that I feel like a lot
Hmm.
of, and this isn't just exclusive to Marvel because I feel like that it's just indicative of the industry now where it's just like, well, everything's shot on digital, so we'll figure it out. We don't need
Yeah.
storyboards, like we don't need this and that, like we're just gonna film it like this, and that's why everything looks like a TV show now. Um,
Yeah, I
you know?
remember when Star Wars Episode One came out on DVD, and I was watching the behind the scenes over and over, and they had that segment of Lucas, he has like all the storyboards on the wall, and he's
Hmm.
just like he has Sharpies and he's just coloring them practical CG, practical CG, practical CG. You know, I'm like, dude, that's so cool. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
um, I've never made a movie myself, like directed. Well, I did some shorts, but like I would want to do it in I would want to use storyboards. You know, I
Oh
want to
yeah.
like because I know that like we said, a lot of people don't do it anymore, but I that's just me. Like I gotta see the frame, the framing, the picture. You know,
Hmm.
so that when I'm actually on set, I want to be in it. Like I don't want to be in TV Village watching the screen, Like I want to be
Hmm.
directing the actors.
Yeah.
I need my DP to understand what the storyboards are saying, And I'm going to
Yeah.
trust this person whoever it is. So, yeah, I don't know. I think they
Yeah.
said is it Nolan who's like that?
Uh, I th- I don't know. Maybe
I
I know
don't know either.
Tarantino's like that a lot.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I remember him
Yeah, like
that.
he like I know that there are like some like stories where he's just like off of camera
Hmm.
enough so that he can like be in the actor's face while they're
Yeah.
performing something because he
Yeah.
wants to like be there. And I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
that's a bit much, but
Hmm.
but I also like that. I kind of agree with that as well, that it's like yeah, like you're the artist, and I feel like at that point, you're leaving, the camera and all that stuff like to the people who know that, you
Yeah, let
know.
them do their jobs.
Yeah, let them do their job,
Yeah.
whereas you're the one that's like, hey, you're the one that has to like put everything together and like make sure that like the
Hmm.
intentionality is there, the emotion and passion is there, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Right. Great movie. You should check it out.
Yeah, what movie?
Masters of the
Oh,
Universe.
Master of the Universe. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
like because that's the thing. Like I saw the trailer and it was kind of a thing where it's like, that does look like something I can just like sit down and just like, there's no stakes here. This is fine. This is
right.
candy, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Um, cause yeah, and that's kind of the vibe that I've been hearing from a lot of people that like it's just a very like fun, inoffensive movie, you know?
yeah,
It's not trying to be something it's not,
yeah.
and yeah, and I'm like, okay, like
And
sure, let's go.
and like the humor, most of the humor worked too. It was never. It felt like more kind of like the classic MCU when like the humor fit, you
Mm,
know.
yeah.
So like, there's a couple cheesy moments, but I'm like, all right, okay, I can forgive that just because the whole thing's fun. Um, but yeah, it looked great. The fighting was great. The dude is jacked. I'm
Yeah.
like, holy crap. Uh, they
Are we
had
sure those
the
aren't CG?
right. He was in the He-Man was in the Fortnite shop a couple weeks ago, and I thought it just looked cool because they have like the normal version, and then they
Hmm.
have the toy version. And I'm like, so he looks plastic, and he has like the arm seams. I'm like, dude, that's cool.
That's funny. I like
Yeah. So
that.
yeah, this was very much the same vein of Dungeons and Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. It's just like fun. It does You don't need a lot of lore, you don't need to know about the world. It's just fun,
Hmm.
and I'm
Hmm.
like, it's they all have crazy names. The castle literally has a skull on it. I was like, that's the cheesiness you're getting,
Hmm.
and there's like three different post-credit scenes.
Oh
And I'm
God.
like, all of them like pump me up. I'm like, I want the sequel, let's do it. So yeah, yeah. So
Well, maybe one day.
Masters of the Universe, go check it out.
Maybe we'll bring it to the pod one day.
Yeah. Oh, and also, I don't know any of these cast members. Like, I recognize Idris Elba and
Yeah.
Alison Brie, and that's pretty much it. So that's kind of cool too. Just not really knowing anyone and like what they've been. Like the main guy looks familiar. I know he's been in stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah. And then what's her name? Tila? His like the like
hmm
main
hmm
the main woman in there.
I think she was she a
Ri
Riverdale girl.
yeah, yeah, she played Veronica.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was Tila White in
In
in the
in the
originally?
cartoon? I'm
Yeah.
probably Matt. They've always been white.
Well, I'm just saying she's not white in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Woke.
Oh God,
I'm
Matt.
fine with it.
They were already saying woke because of He Man.
Oh, wait a second. Idris Elba's character is white as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're all white.
Oh, wow. Cool. Good for them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad Idris Elba.
Shattering the racial ceiling. I don't know.
Exactly, exactly.
Wow. And I did hear a lot of good stuff about the Masters of the Universe animated show that you had mentioned that came out a couple years ago. I heard a lot of people loved it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, because I mentioned Shira,
Oh yeah, people
Princess of
loved
Power.
She-Ra. Yeah.
Shira is rad. Shira rules. But
Wow.
yeah, the Masters of the Universe cartoon, that's supposed to be a continuation of the original 80s cartoon.
Mark
Um
Hamill was in it, right? Does he play Skeletor?
yeah, yeah, he plays Skeletor.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um
Well,
yeah.
that's rad. Um, and I guess also since I know nothing about this, I was not around to hear if there was any controversy over the casting or what. So I was
Yeah.
like,
I like at
cool.
this point I'm just like I don't care.
Good to not know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like what are you complaining about?
Speaking
Of
of
controversy?
epic, no, of epic
Oh.
cinema,
Uh-huh.
what are we talking about today?
We're talking about a wild movie. I still don't really know how to feel about it, other than I'm glad I watched it.
Hmm
We're talking about, let's see, 2021's Strawberry Mansion, from directors Kentucker Audley and Albert Burney,
Okay.
Birney.
hmm
Um, yeah. Uh,
So what's our quick? Because we don't do this all the time, but we should. What's our quick little log line to explain
Ooh,
to the people who haven't seen this before?
okay. Let's see.
In a
Ooh,
world.
in a world. Well, okay, yeah, like technically, in a world where your dreams can be audited, a government auditor goes to an eccentric woman's house, uh, for a special case and finds the case of a lifetime.
Yeah, that works. I
Cool.
like it.
Yeah.
Um, I love this movie, dude. I was like, yes, this is
Right?
so weird. I love it. Um, this was like Inception meets the Odyssey. Boom.
Yeah, kind of.
It was just so bizarre and so weird. And it's one of those movies where it's just like you just gotta buy in. Just like, you know what? You're sitting down for this experience. You may not know what's going on, but just suck it up, cupcake. You're along for the ride.
Yeah.
And it's not that far into the movie where you start piecing it together. It's like, okay, cool. Like this guy audits dreams and like he's the dreams are starting to mesh with reality,
Hmm.
you know, and we
Hmm.
don't know if that's what's actually happening or if he's going crazy or what. But by that point it's just like, okay, fine, you know. I love the
Yeah.
little old lady. um this guy has, you don't really care about this guy in the beginning, but you know, you follow him on his journey, start to care and like the guy. I was like, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it was just a funky time. I don't know how else to describe it. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It's just like this is a very just offbeat movie,
hmm
because I like on the one hand it's a sci-fi, on the one hand it's a character journey, like an introspection,
hmm
Um it's also like a minor kind of like not really like corporate espionage, but like that kind of comes in as well.
hmm
Just like this very like shady, CEO comes in and you're just like, oh, okay, and he's got to deal with that.
hmm
um yeah, I don't know, this movie just this movie is just doing its own thing at
hmm
every single turn. And yeah, there was kind of a moment. I guess it was like, wow, like before we got to like the main title shot, uh where I guess I was just like, okay, this is the kind of movie that this is gonna be, which I kind of
hmm
already knew, like just from like
hmm
I think I'd seen a trailer like years ago. But yeah, so, like it was just something like, oh, okay, I really have to like attune my brain to the
Yeah,
frequency of this movie.
yeah.
Um and and yeah, I don't know, it was rad. It
Because I
was
saw
just
I
so
saw the
good.
trailer about maybe 2 weeks ago,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and I added it to the list, and it just looks so weird. I'm like, you know what? I don't know how weird or trippy this is gonna get, so I watched it during the day. I was like, all right, this is not a
Breaking the
midnight
norm.
movie. Yeah. But no, it was fine. You know, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, this is really like, as soon as it starts, I'm like, and by watching trailer, I'm like, this is going to be really artsy, very heady.
Mm, mm.
But is this the kind of movie where it's just like, if things don't make sense, they don't make sense. You know,
Yeah,
what it means is, what do you think it means? You
it
know?
means what you want it to mean,
Yeah, you know,
and it's like,
and I
well,
feel like
okay.
a lot of movies like that, at least that I've seen, it just doesn't it kind of fails because like as creators, they don't know what to leave to the characters or to the audience's imagination and not, you know. Uh
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for this, like, no, it's solid. Like it's pretty simple, you know.
Hmm.
Like I said, dreamings and realities are starting to mesh. We don't know why. And as you watch the movie, you start to understand why. You
Hmm.
know? It's like, okay, cool. Perfect. Fine.
Yeah.
Um, not a lot of hidden meaning or subtext or anything like that. It just kind of came in and did what it did.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel like we just talked about a movie that was kind of similar to that, kind of like Dark City. Like
Yeah,
for as
I was gonna
heady
say.
as it was, like we even mentioned, like the plot was pretty simple. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand exact. By the time it ends, it's like, oh, I understand exactly what was happening the whole
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So, and it's kind of the same way with this. It's pretty simple, but it's just the journey that the main character takes. What's his name? Preble.
Preble, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I I really enjoyed the first half, and then things it started not that it went downhill, but like once the old lady dies, it's like, oh, okay, you start introducing all the other elements and the sun comes in. I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, I was just before it just felt cool, felt like, I don't know. I've only seen one Miyazaki film and I'm like, so I compare it to everything, it felt like a Miyazaki film. You know, I'm just like, yeah, it's beautiful, low stakes. And in the second half, I was kind of bummed with that second half,
Hmm.
but I think they did it in a way that really takes you. It worked. It fit, and that's why I mentioned the Odyssey, because like the second half of the movie completely changes. It's like,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
you're in the dream world now, and you have to find your way out. I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, cool, dude,
yeah.
and I loved it on the boat and with the two mice as
Yeah.
the sailors. I'm like, dude, this is rad. So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah. I dug it. I like the guy. I love the music. I like the
Hmm.
actor, both actresses who played the
Who
old
played
lady and
Bella?
Bella, yeah, and the younger Bella as well.
Yeah.
Um, even the evil family, like they were so spot on. Like that woman, I was looking at her, I'm like, who is this? Like a witch? And then sure
Yeah.
enough, she shows up later in the dream as a witch. I was like,
As a
that's why they
witch.
cast her. Yeah, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like uh there 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 is a thing that I will just like always judge a movie that is about dreams
Mm.
on.
Hmm.
And it's not like a scale or metric, or anything like that, but it is just like how dreamlike are your dreams that you're presenting in your TV
Right.
show or in your movie. Um, and there are some movies that get it absolutely wrong.
Hmm.
We won't name names. There's
Name
some
names.
there's some big budget action movies by directors that are very popular right now.
Well, you talking about Inception?
Yes, I'm talking about Inception.
Mm,
Those aren't dreams. Those like it's not. It's just not dreams. There's no like the dream logic applies to the physics, but it's
maybe
like
not your dreams.
I mean, look, if those are Nolan's dreams, then more power to you. That's fine.
I think they were I think they felt real enough because there's a lot of little elements and stuff. But it's like it's almost as they did what this they did what Preble does. They audited the dreams. Like
Sure, yeah.
Inception was like line item the dreams, and all the little stuff they were throwing into it. You
But
know?
but what I'm saying is like stuff like this, like we don't get an explanation for like the guy in the ghillie suit or the other
Mm,
people that like are in like a film or some sort of like sequin, suit
right,
that are just
yeah.
walking. Like we don't really get that. Why does Bella's dad have a horn? We don't know.
Hmm.
What's up with the frog guy playing the saxophone? Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah,
You know?
that's true. That was significantly lacking in Inception. This guy, the frog with the saxophone.
Yeah, the frog saxophone waiter.
Yeah.
Um
However, I will say my dreams do feature a lot of fried chicken. So yeah.
mine don't, and I wish they did. I really do. I wish my dreams had fried chicken. Uh but yeah, like and look, Nolan's movie is doing its own thing, and
Sure.
I've always, like respected that, and I'm just like, okay, cool.
Hmm.
Um but if like getting into like the strangeness of dreams, I'm like Inception could have been weirder,
Yeah.
and so yeah, like when you get to a movie like this that like follows this like strange sort of dream logic where it's like stuff there is sort of a through line. There is, you
Mm,
know, something thematic about these things, even if we don't recognize it on the surface or at the
hmm
outset. Um, yeah, and sometimes things just show up. She just mentioned, you know, the mice like 2 scenes ago, and then
yeah.
suddenly the mice are are the sailors. We don't get an explanation for the frog guy, but I'm glad he's there. You know,
Yeah.
like it's this interesting thing. You know, I love when Preble's talking to the son. You know, and he's just like, yeah, your mom had very interesting dreams.
hmm
And I'm just like, yeah, like that must be, especially with like the world that they presented,
hmm
you know, for like people like Preble. You know, he's in like we start his movie off with a, or we start the movie off with his dream, and I think
hmm
that was a smart decision because I'm like, oh, this is strange, and I don't like it. You know, it's
mm
very like he's just in like the pink room, everything's pink. He
hmm
seems pained or starved, like we couldn't really tell. And then some guy who just seems super friendly comes in with fried chicken and red soda,
hmm
and they act like they're best friends, and I'm like, oh, okay, that interesting. And
hmm
then as we go on, we're like, oh no, that's Insidious. Like that is an Insidious thing that like instead of it being like a gray, you know, I feel like if you gave this to like a more like mainstream filmmaker, like they would say like, no, everything's gray, you know,
Yeah.
and everything has like a brutalist design, you know,
hmm
but yeah, like it's essentially the same thing. It's a monochromatic world that
And I,
expects nothing of you but consumption.
and I think pink is supposed to make you like docile.
Yeah.
You know, they said, drunk tanks used to be painted pink.
Hmm.
Um, some sports teams used to paint like the visiting team's locker room pink.
Pink. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, perfect. I read about that in oh, what's the book? Oh, what is it called?
Is something you read recently or years
No,
ago?
no, years ago. It's the
Okay.
book that Tom gives Summer in 500 Days of Summer. It's about architecture.
Oh, okay.
Siri, what book does Tom give Summer in 500 Days of Summer? She's not
No.
talking to me right now.
Yeah. Yeah. See, like that's the thing I need. I need like a Shazam for movies, but I also need a Shazam for like what people are reading in movies. Cause
Right.
cause like yeah, like anytime it comes up, I'm like, what are they reading? That's a choice. Is like I want to know what the purpose of that book is. You
hmm
know, like is it like did the writer exclusively want that in? Is that something from the director? You
The
know?
Architecture of Happiness by Alain
Oh.
de Botton.
Okay,
Uh,
okay.
that's what it's called. Fabulous book. I absolutely loved it. And
The
it fits
architecture of fat
because,
happiness. Okay.
yeah, because Tom is trying to become an architect in that movie.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I read it and it was great. I loved it. So everyone go
Mm.
check that out.
I'll have to check that out.
We'll
I'm
take it
going to
to
the
the book
library tomorrow.
club,
So.
which I
Yeah.
still haven't caught up with.
Shh, don't tell them that.
Oh, geez.
Don't say that. You know, we're supposed to put on the illusion that we have it all together, you know?
Oh, we got it together. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This must have been fun to make.
That's what
I
I was just
wonder.
about to say that.
I
Yeah.
wonder how they did it. Like, did they shoot this on film? Or is this like certain filters that they used? Because it
Right?
looks like it's from the 70s or something,
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If you look at the image behind me, sorry, podcast listeners, but if you
Uh-huh.
YouTube people, if you look at the my background, that's not a poor quality wallpaper. That's like what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like an older film. Yours looks pretty high quality. One of the backgrounds I had was where she inflates him as a hot air balloon and he's floating, and that looks really, cheesy, like
Hmm.
classic special effects,
Yeah.
classic cinema special effects.
That like that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like a lot of this isn't like shares like DNA with like, you know, Georges Méliès and the Lumiere brothers, like
Oh,
the
interesting.
beginning of cinema stuff, you know.
The
Uh,
Lumineers.
Yeah, yeah, the Lumineers. Uh,
Hey, huh.
uh, yeah, I don't know, like there's an ingenuity and a love of the craft that is going on here
Yeah.
that that I think you only really find in movies like this, in these low budget, kind of more art
Hmm.
house sort of movies, and maybe with like certain directors that also love that kind of
Right.
look and feel. Like I could very easily see like a Wes Anderson, like
Hmm.
picking up these guys or like taking these guys under his wing at some point,
Hmm.
but like uh yeah, I really like that, and especially in like this day and age where um I think it's just harder to make, you know, genre pictures. It's hard to make movies in general,
Hmm.
now, but I also feel like it's a little bit harder to make certain genre pictures.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, like sci-fi and fantasy have always been the ones that are like, well, we don't have the money to make it look good, so we have to like embrace the cheapness. We have,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a bad CGI dragon,
Hmm.
we're gonna have not great special effects for our
Hmm.
superhero fly movie. Um, but I love it when like that limitation and those restrictions like are kind of like known going in.
Mm.
It's like, hey, like
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to make this look, like a
Yeah.
$1 million movie. So let's just make it look cool. Let's just make it our
Yeah.
way.
Hmm. So, because you mentioned Wes Anderson like picking up these guys, I'm like, okay, hang
Hmm.
on a second. If we're recruiting these guys,
Uh-huh.
what superhero movie do we give them?
And Avengers. No, I
Justice League
don't
Dark.
know.
I don't know. It needs to be weird. Give them a Zatanna movie or something. Just something like funky.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Well, okay, like so there's so years ago, uh my hyperfixation is about to kick in. Years
Mhm.
ago, DC ran that Young Animals comic imprint when they
Oh
were like
yes.
redoing they were redoing like Doom Patrol.
Hmm.
And the Young Animals entire imprint was run and operated by Gerard Way, who is the
Mm.
frontman, lead singer, My Chemical Romance, also comic book writer, studied to be a comic book artist. Uh, One of those comics was a comic called Shade the Changing Girl.
Hmm.
And uh uh it's about this young girl who like she's like hanging out with her friends. She's very just like carefree, like party girl, but there's like an accident while she's out like partying, and she slips into a coma, and at that exact moment an alien entity slips into her body and
Hmm.
takes over her consciousness, and then starts to like shape the world around her.
Hmm.
uh and I was always on board, especially back then when we didn't really know anything about her. I was like, Grimes should make this as like a TV show. We should just hire
Yeah.
Grimes to like play
Yeah.
Shade and then direct and then just make all the weird freaking art that goes along with this visual
Hmm.
style. Um, but I think like something like that, like something offbeat like that, maybe even like do like if
Hmm.
we're gonna make a live action absolute comic book line from DC,
Oh,
like they
yeah.
should just do Martian Manhunter, you know?
Yeah, I thought about that too. That would be cool.
Yeah, that
No, just
that that would be
make
cool.
just do normal Martian Manhunter, but you can like base it off of that, you know? Like
Well,
be inspired by that,
well,
by
but
the
that's the
absolute.
well, that's the thing though. Like they're doing two completely different things. Because Martian
Mm.
Manhunter, like the original and like mainline character, is a full-on alien, has the
Hmm.
tragic backstory, and is trying to like figure out the world and his place in it.
Hmm.
He's kind of like a Superman analog, you
So he's
know
not like that in absolute?
no, He's not.
Oh,
He's actually
interesting.
much more like the Shade comic.
Oh,
There's a
weird.
human character because remember, like in the comics and the cartoon, Jean disguises himself as a human, John
Hmm.
Jones. In the Absolute line, John Jones is a real guy, and
Oh,
he
this is
works as
funky.
like he oh dude, it's wild because he works as like it's not like FBI, but it's like a division off of it that handles
Hmm.
like weird and strange cases.
Hmm.
Um, and he gets like the consciousness of the Martian. And the Martian
Mm.
isn't from Mars, but there's just no basis in reality of like where, he comes from.
Yeah.
So he's just called the Martian. And that
Wow.
comic is all like, hey, this thing is experiencing the universe and the human world in its own way. And now
Hmm.
this human being that has that consciousness latched on him is also experiencing that. He
Sure.
smells people's thoughts and those
That's cool.
thoughts become real to him. And it's so like, it's so crazy. Like
So
that
we'll
is,
give it to this guy, to these guys. I like that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll give it to these guys for sure.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, it's rad.
This is I I love the house. The house is cool. The little bit we saw of it, like I
That
want to see
house is
more.
beautiful.
You
Yeah,
know, we see
yeah,
just a bunch of random rooms. I want to see more. Like I wish there was a way that they could have like I get it, it's in the dreams, but like it would have been cool if like the whole thing was set in the house. You know, like
yeah.
all the dreams are just like in other parts of the house.
I think
Like
like in a world where this movie didn't
in a
have
world.
yeah, in a world where this movie didn't have a villain.
Hmm.
Um yeah, like I'm on board with you where like I was kind of disappointed that we did like oh there's an antagonist, oh there's
Yeah.
like all these things and because it was like this movie was just kind of a vibe and I really dug it and yeah, like it would have been cool to just have more of like hey, we're just exploring each other. Instead, the movie then because like you can still have Bella,
Hmm.
pass, you know, but then it becomes like, well, I'm here. I have to
Yeah.
keep doing the audit. So then he just learns about her
Also,
continuing through the dreams, you
because
know?
he even says like things like this doesn't happen, but if someone passes during the audit, a special team comes in to finish it.
Yeah.
So he could be like trying to rush to keep going before they
Hmm.
arrive, you know? You could have done that.
Especially because I feel like, like the biggest reveal about the movie is, the uh is that companies are putting advertisements in our dreams.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bella and her husband found a way to block those ads so people could just
Right.
dream. Uh and like that's a huge revelation and sure it is interesting like the route that they do end up going but like
Mhm.
yeah you could have then just made it like have Preble have to go through and keep going through through her
Mhm.
tapes and see if like should he even report this, like is he gonna have to then like doctor the
Right.
footage to make sure that
Yeah.
like they don't know that this
Hmm.
woman wasn't being given ads.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like it was also kind of interesting like they kind of dropped the audit aspect pretty quickly. um
Yeah, it's not really important. It's just like it kind of sets things up. I mean,
yeah,
it explains why he's there, you know.
yeah, and
But
why he's just very like closed off because it's just like man it's just somebody's dream but then it's like
yeah.
but then he's in it, it's like it's kind of interesting and like could potentially also be a commentary on our life, not just in like how they're putting ads in everything now, but
Hmm.
also like for the movie itself. I had to watch this on Tubi, and
Mm.
Tubi has ads. So how strange is it that this movie is all
Yeah.
about like they're putting ads in your dreams? I'm pretty sure the guys that made this, I don't I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't speak for them, but it's like I don't think anybody specifically makes a movie with the intent of having ads interrupting any of that process. Nolan's not out here making the Odyssey or Inception, with the intent of, oh, we have to think of the advertisers that are going to put their commercials at some point, you
Yeah.
know?
I I don't remember if I was watching on Tubi or YouTube, but like there was ads every 10 minutes. I'm like, I can't do this. So I looked
Mm-hmm.
and it was on Prime. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm.
So you get like two ads at the beginning and then you're set. I was like, oh, thank God.
Mm.
But I don't, yeah, it would be interesting if they, if you had a bigger budget, of course, you make your own ads. Kind of the way like WandaVision did, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost thought of that. I almost thought of that too because like some like Tubi must have like had like a weird like skip or like a weird update or something because it got to the point like towards the end where the guy in Preble's dream who's like selling him stuff
Hmm.
damn it I forget what the line was but he gives that like crazy line before all the stuff like starts falling onto Preble.
Hmm.
That was where the ad break was as soon as
Oh,
he gave that
nice.
line and I was like,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty smart if you intended that.
Yeah.
But then it like skipped and it went back to that same because it does like a weird playback where it's like we play back the last
Uh,
like 5 seconds or something.
yeah,
So it
sure.
played back that 5 seconds and then I got ads again. And I was like, what the hell? Are you
That's it. You're
kidding
stuck.
me?
You're stuck in the loop.
Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah. Thankfully it like played through like the rest of it,
Yeah.
but I was like that was scary to me and if this had been more of the intention or like more of like the style of the movie, yeah, it would have been cool if they had like do that, like keep that same line
Hmm.
and then immediately cut to like the fried chicken, guy and
Right.
you'd be like, "We've got a new fried chicken shake,"
Oh
Sounds
God, it sounds so.
disgusting.
It
Liquid
does.
chicken and gravy. Ugh.
I love fried chicken, but that sounds disgusting. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even then, that's fascinating too because like you're never really supposed to enjoy those eating scenes, And I was noticing like, yeah, like typical,
Mm,
like that's American cinema right now, or in a nutshell, you don't really see people eating unless it's actually about food. So like the
hmm
cuts are always around them. It's when they're talking. You never actually see someone taking a bite because I don't
hmm
know. We're Americans. We're more stuck up. We don't, that grosses us out for some reason. Like
Yeah.
even though we're the ones who eat the most.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at other cultures, like it's a celebration. Your meal's a celebration. So you
Yeah.
see everyone enjoying and partaking.
hmm
So the only meal that was good was the dinner scene,
hmm
between Bella and Preble. But I don't think you actually see them eat. Like they're always just cutting or whatever. So I'm like, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, that's clever. And then they do of course, like the little diner. We don't see her eat, and then the food's replaced with the fried chicken, and I was like, okay,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
hmm,
Yeah.
wild, wild one, man.
Rad movie.
Yeah. As soon as it ended, I was just like, damn, dude, that was experience. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Um, Trippy. I'm not gonna lie, this movie kind of made me remove some films from my list because I was going through it. I'm like, you know what? I want to watch this movie, but I don't know if I want to talk about it on the pod. Delete.
Oh,
I did
okay.
that to like about five different movies. I'm like, because this is the stuff I want, like weird stuff. This is going to like spur conversation,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
this other stuff. I'm like, that's not, no, get it off. It's not, get it. You know what I mean? So,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, because yeah, I was gonna ask like not the movie specifically, but like what like the intentionality behind that. But okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I get. I mean, and again, like I think I mentioned it last week, but like this is one of when we said that we were gonna do movies
Hmm.
and we were gonna, like the weirder the better is I think your
Yeah,
exact
yeah, yeah.
words. I was like, this is the reason why I made the list. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
one of the movies I'm like, I don't know anything about it besides that
Yeah.
trailer I saw years ago. And if nothing else, like maybe Matt and I can have a fun conversation about it.
Right.
Um,
Now, there's still some I left on that are not weird and all, very commercial, big Hollywood movies. I'm
oh
like, okay,
sure,
cool.
sure,
But,
yeah.
I think there's still conversation to be had about those as well. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, weapons is still on my list, so
Oh, God. Oh, God. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of interested in Resident Evil. Like, it just
Oh, yeah,
it looks cool, and the director is talking about it how like it's not really he wasn't really basing it off of any of like previous game, but just the game experience itself.
yeah.
I was
Hmm.
like, nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, it looks like it. So I don't know, man. I saw Leon like drive a motorcycle off a building and land on another building. I was like, this is Resident Evil? Is this what this is about, guys? Wow, crazy.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Hmm. Well, any last words about this one, or
Uh, I don't
just go
know.
see it? Everyone go see it.
Yeah, go
It's
watch it.
it's it's a fun. It's a little beautiful little nugget, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is like I will say like it is definitely not everybody's cup of tea, you know.
sure.
Um and you know
Don't
like
don't get high and watch it. I think that would be a
oh
bad trip.
yeah.
You know, there are some things
Yeah.
I feel like this would be fun. I don't know if this is the one. Like this one's a little too weird for that.
Especially because I do feel like we said like the story is pretty simple, but the like the way they go about things, you know, like
Yeah.
the way they're doing their like animations and
Oh,
just the storytelling nature of it, I'm like, yeah,
yeah.
I think
I
a
love when
sober mind is gonna be better for this
the
one.
skeleton pops out of the grave and it's
Yeah,
kind of like stop motion and look kind of like Jason and the Argonauts. I'm like,
yeah,
dude, that's so cool. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
man. Yeah. Wow.
yeah.
This was fun.
It's also on like 14 different streaming platforms.
Yeah.
I typed it in my Roku. I was like, where can I watch this? And it was just a wall of like, oh
The one
wow,
I found that
cool.
didn't have ads was Prime. So if you got a
Mm,
subscription, you know,
yeah. And I will say
if you're given to a corporation with that has ads, at least their ads are
gross.
at the beginning, you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
yeah, because I was gonna shoot myself. I was like, there's so many commercials. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Uh, well, let's see what weird movie we're watching next week.
Oh yeah.
Got your die on you?
I too.
All right, warm it up.
Mhm. Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
We got oh no, it's not that one. Ooh, 16. Uh-oh. What?
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Uh, this is one. I don't know how we're gonna feel about this one.
Should
I've
I
been looking
roll
forward to
again?
this one. No, I was looking forward to this one. It's gonna be interesting with you about it. Uh, we're going more realistic for sure. We're
Okay.
gonna be watching 2025's Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza's Warfare.
Oh. Oh.
Definitely
Huh.
not a weird one.
Wow, okay.
But one of the reasons I wanted to watch it was like one, it's a war movie. I always like to check those out. But also two, supposedly this is one of the most realistic. One is based off a true story.
Hmm.
It's a story of Ray Mendoza, who's also the director.
Hmm.
But the things I've heard about this on a technical level is very impressive, and everyone's saying like this is how real life combat is. This is what real life combat sounds like. Um, so yeah, all I really know is that it's based on a real event and the movie happens in real time.
Okay.
So I'm guessing it was like a 2.5 hour battle that happened or something.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right,
Interesting.
let's check
Huh.
it out. I'm curious to see like what the non-Hollywood war movie looks like, you know?
Well, I mean, look, we still have to remember Alex Garland is a Hollywood director,
Hmm.
A24 is a Hollywood company, and
Well, sure.
there are, you know, maybe not like A-listers, but there are like Hollywood actors that are in this,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? Um,
That being said, even though there are A-listers in there and it is a Hollywood film, like I'm really curious why they still say like, "Oh, this is what it's really like." I'm like, "Ooh,
yeah.
okay." I'm like, I kind of wish I had seen it in theaters, but I'm like, "All right, we're gonna check it
Hmm.
out."
Well, definitely don't watch that one at night. Uh, want to watch that
Jeez, right?
the harsh light of day,
It's like, well, I guess I'm going to bed now, guys.
right? I'm
So,
gonna
yeah,
watch it at
yeah.
1. It's gonna be over by 3:30, and I'll be like,
Oh, and I
well,
will say,
yeah.
um, Ray Mendoza, he was like the combat consultant on Civil War, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And that I was impressed by that, by the action scenes of that movie. So I'm like, okay,
Mm,
that's kind of a taste, I guess, going into this of what to expect.
hmm.
But
I
yeah,
still haven't seen Civil War either, so um I
that
get, is that on the list as well?
it is, and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because I think we would have a good conversations, but like personally, I did enjoy it. It is a heavy film,
Sure.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just like I don't know if I want to have those conversations with you. You know, like I feel like going back to watching some of Andor. It's like, oh man, great show, but what are we going to talk about for the next hour? You know. So yeah,
Or heaven forbid, like our one battle after another episode, you know?
jeez,
uh
yeah, yeah.
I,
So
I mean, like, like I'll say this, like I'm always down
yeah,
because I do like having those conversations. Uh
hmm
if it means that we don't get to watch a movie kind of like this,
hmm
or another Ghibli movie, maybe I have another Ghibli movie on the list. I'm like, I like we should talk about this instead. Like,
it's all.
you
It's
know,
also like, okay, how are we going to critique this? I'm like, oh, story full of tropes. Totally saw the end coming.
of
Oh
what?
yeah, warfare.
Hey man, I don't know. I like, hey, these guys, they could all die. I have no idea. Um,
Well, it is based on a true story, so I'm assuming some of them make it out.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so the main character, as if I remember
Oh,
correctly, the
oh,
main character is the director.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
um,
Forgot about that. Okay.
and I know some of the guys who were there were
Mm,
his like I don't know if they were on set or what, but they were like script consultants. Like he didn't
mm,
do it on his own. Like, you know, he wanted his guys to make sure he was telling the right story, you
yeah.
know.
Okay.
So I was like, all right,
So, which came first, Warfare or Civil War?
Civil War.
So,
Yeah.
Raymond Mendoza, Alex Garland come together on Civil War.
hmm
Then they co-direct Warfare.
hmm
Do you think Raymond Mendoza is going to do the action on Elden Ring?
Oh my God, dude.
We're gonna do the most realistic, badass, like warfare
Right?
type fighting
Dude,
style
like
for this
I'm not
giant dark fantasy.
I no lie, I've been craving a fantasy like adventure with
Hmm.
guns. Like the only one we have is that Tiny Tina's game where it's just
Oh, yeah, yeah.
it's a fantasy world. It's a really crazy, trippy fantasy world, but you have guns. And I'm like, for some reason, this just feels so good. Like, I don't know. I don't know why.
Maybe it's the American in us that we're just
Maybe
like,
it's the
yeah,
American in us,
this is rad,
the American and Texan in us, you
Yeah,
know. But
yeah.
like even the guns are magic and stuff. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and I'm curious if like Ray Mendoza is gonna like break out and do something on his own now
Mm.
after Elden Ring. So
Yeah, after Elden Ring, yeah.
yeah, which dude, I don't know. Kaylee Spiney's in Elden Ring. Um, game's not too for me. It's too hard. So I was like, all right, I'll wait
Yeah,
for the movie.
yeah, me too. Like,
Mhm.
like as much as I want to like try those games, I'm like,
Mhm.
I am the kind of person to rage quit. So I'm just like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna have fun in that.
yeah, I know myself enough to know that like that's not for me.
Yeah,
I love the art. I love like the
visually it
style and
looks
the
great.
design. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do love how like everybody has like their specific build that they
hmm
do, and there's like different kinds. I'm like, that's rad to me. Like I
Oh,
really
I've
do
researched
enjoy
it.
that.
I know what
Yeah.
my build is, but I'm never gonna play it.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it's better than Elon Musk's build.
Oh God. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I remember when he like screenshot
What a
his like,
loser.
yeah, and everybody was just like, this sucks. Like this is a
Yeah.
bad build.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh
Oh well.
man.
Well, until next time, everyone hit us up at Hashtag Lost Legacies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me check the email real quick. Oh, I always forget. Okay, so hit us up, Lost Legacies podcast at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No one's emailed us, but we did have a comment on YouTube about One Battle After Another.
Oh,
It's been up for a while. I just didn't think to read it.
yeah.
But let's see here. From Baby Girlfriend. Nice conversation. I felt the key to unlocking OBA, One Battle After Another, is just PTA Thomas Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson himself. PTA himself as a person who came from privilege and isn't really interested in the plight of others or decentering himself as a person who simply
Mm.
doesn't get why anyone really needs social change.
Mm.
He is showing us via Pat how he sees his place in the world. He isn't interested in revolution except aesthetically. He
Mm.
has some weird ideas about people who do civil disobedience correctly, has some weird fetishes and ideas about female revolutionaries, and is
Mm-hmm.
more than anything outside of all of it and unaffected, except for his children. Where suddenly he has a personal stake and is grappling with that in the shallowest possible way via kidnap fantasy and crying about not being able to do her hair. Ooh,
Dang.
harsh, but like I agree 100%. I
I
don't
agree
know
with
much
everything
about
you've said.
PTA personally on his own, but like that sums up like my thoughts on the movie. Even though I know I enjoyed it a lot more than you did,
Mm-hmm.
uh, still like that's a really good take.
That's a very succinct like take on PTA like
Yeah,
as a creator, as a filmmaker and artist. Like, yeah, which again, like, is it to say that like he didn't, he made a very good movie. It was
right.
very well made, you
Yeah,
know. Um, and it's like, yeah, like structurally and technically, I can sing its praises. Again, like there were some moments, like the whole sequence with Sensei Sergio, like
yeah,
going into the
sure.
buildings, and all this stuff. The
Yeah,
skaters on the rooftop. I'm like, this is incredible filmmaking. This is wild.
yeah,
Um, like yeah, but like we can still have that conversation about how,
yeah.
and that that is the thing too of like how I think especially in this day and age, we do have to look at who are the people that are making, our movies about, revolution or war,
I
and see like where are they coming from? Like, is that
I just
something that we have to, look out for in
I
in,
just
in
feel
these
like that's
movies?
what you're supposed to do anyway, and
Well, sure.
we don't,
Yeah.
especially with movies, because we just want to sit down and enjoy it. But like, as an actor, if you don't know who's writing your script or who's writing the book it's based off of, what are you doing? Like, that's the point.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to understand the context of the world. Um, was this person writing about this one thing because it was so forbidden at the time, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
Or not. Like that's a big part of it. And when you start to talk about that and see who like Paul Thomas Anderson is and his personal politics, which I don't know too much about, so I don't want
Yeah.
to judge him too much on his politics, but like that movie starts making a lot more sense. You're like, oh, very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I named the episode Sound and Fury, signifying nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Steve Martin said it best.
exactly. The Bard himself. So, um, yeah. But as far
Yeah.
as today's movie, absolutely loved it.
Hmm.
We'll see what we're getting into next week with Warfare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So everyone, let us know your thoughts. Hit us up if you leave a comment anywhere, YouTube or you email us. We'll read
Hmm.
it if
Yeah.
it's suitable for airwaves or
Yeah.
whatever digital
Yeah.
waves.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for that comment. We really appreciate it, and especially like for a lot of like the recent episodes, like we're more apt to catch, the comments. And yeah, we love to read your guys' comments on the pod.
Yes. Thank you for your comment, baby girlfriend.
Thank you, baby girlfriend. I know Dan sent us both a message on Threads, and I just happened to randomly be on there, and he pretty much said like, "Not gonna lie, guys, Dark City wasn't for me."
Oh man, I haven't been on Threads so long. I have to check it out.
Yeah,
Well,
that was pretty much it. I said that was understandable, but I wanted to know, and so far
yeah,
he hasn't gotten back. But Dan,
yeah.
reach out. I want to hear your thoughts.
Hey, I mean that's a valid point. It is a weird one. It's super weird, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
This one might also
I
not be for
enjoyed
you,
it.
Dan, but you know, I encourage you to
Yeah,
check it out.
let us know. Let us know
Yeah.
about your thoughts of Strawberry Mansion. But all right, until next time, everyone. Peace out. Be safe. Watch something fun
Hmm.
and get lost.
Get lost.